On this Easter Sunday, a congregation in Frisco expected the largest attendance in years to celebrate the return of Pastor Bruce Miles. Miles preaches about biblical miracles and now considers himself a modern medical miracle, one he shares with a 2-year-old boy from Wyoming. 9 News storytellers Kim Christiansen and Brian Willey explain how their lives became intertwined.
Keeping the faith. Even the faithful will admit there are those times.
I had a sense that I had a very short time to live. And I've talked to many people who watched me during those times, and they all had the same feeling.
9 years ago, Bruce learned he had a chronic liver disease. He's a husband, father, and pastor at Rocky Mountain Bible Church in Frisco. His congregation and family watched the disease slowly destroy him.
By Christmas, he didn't even know that it was Christmas Day. He didn't know my name. He didn't know who I was.
To stay alive, it would take a miracle or two.
He was not growing. He was having bleeding complications.
For him to get better, it was the only thing.
Little Michael was sick too, with a rare genetic disorder. His only hope, a liver transplant.
It was very scary before because we didn't know what to expect.
Considered one of the sickest children, his parents got the call first. A 16-year-old boy died in Kansas City. His family donated his organs.
We would have just thrown away the other portion of the organ if we'd used it, so it makes no sense to do that. And it did, and so it was offered as a split to the next person on the list.
The second call went to Bruce.
Somebody up there is looking out for you.
Well,
We know that.
One liver surgically divided to save 2 lives.
as somebody told me, that baby saved my life. If it weren't for that child, we would so love to meet the parents of that baby and get to know that child. I mean, we have now a lifetime connection.
Donna and Bruce just had to meet him.
Hi.
No introduction was necessary. Michael seemed to know.
How are you? How are you? You are so cute. When I walked in, I was very emotional because I realized that that the value of life and how 2 lives have been saved.
2 lives forever tied together.
The walking thing, we just started that last week.
There is another connection too. Bruce and Donna feel especially close to the donor family. They too know the heartache of losing a child. Their oldest son died in a car crash at 21.
Bittersweet for us. We knew the sorrow and the grief that those parents would be facing. And we also realized it was a gift, and we don't take this gift lightly.
The same goes with this blessing. Who would have known a 2-year-old would share it with a 59-year-old?
Being a pastor and watching God work over the years, he has a flair for the dramatic. We would never have been able to script this. And I think he does it so that everybody watching stands back and says, okay, that was a God thing.
Truly a miracle times 2.
I love it. Oh, thank you. You're sweet.
Kim Christiansen,
I believe that God is still in the business of doing miracles.
9 News.
Both Bruce and Michael are doing very well after their transplants. The surgeries took place at the Children's Hospital and University Hospitals in Aurora, where doctors frequently consider the option of using one organ to save 2 lives.